All right, you degenerates, welcome back to another deep dive
Another deep dive.
where we, just completely rip apart some juicy shit. And
Excellent.
today's topic is going to be the glorious and fucked up history of La Liga.
That's right.
We've got articles, we've got historical records, we've got all this crap to give you the real, uncensored story. Yeah.
Raw.
So,
Well,
let's cut the crap and get down to it.
let's get into it.
Forget Messi and Ronaldo for a minute. We're going way back.
Yeah.
La Liga's got some seriously dark and twisted shit in its past. So, Professor, when the hell did this whole La Liga thing even kick off?
1929, amigo. 10 teams entered the arena, ready to battle it out.
Oh, yeah.
Arenas de Getxo, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, Real Sociedad, Real Union, Atletico Madrid, Espanyol, Europa, and Racing de Santander. Only 3 of those teams, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Athletic Bilbao, have never tasted the bitterness of relegation.
Never been relegated. Fucking hell, that's insane. Imagine the pressure on those teams, knowing that if they screw up, they'll be the laughingstock of the century.
Yeah.
Those fans would go absolutely apeshit.
Oh, yeah. It's wild. It's
Yeah.
a testament to their dominance and consistency. But let's not forget the underdogs, man. The 1930s saw Athletic Bilbao rise to the top, smashing records and leaving their opponents in the dust.
Really?
They even hold the record for the biggest La Liga win ever, a 12-1 demolition of Barcelona.
12-1. Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened there? Was Barcelona's defense taking a siesta or something?
Unfortunately, the details of that match are lost to time, but that scoreline speaks volumes about the raw power of Athletic Bilbao at that time. They had a tactical approach that emphasized speed, aggression, and ruthless finishing.
Sounds like they were playing total attack football before it was even a thing.
Uh-huh.
But then came the Spanish Civil War, right?
Right.
That must have fucked things up royally for La Liga.
It did. The league was suspended from 1936 to 1939, a dark period for the country and the sport. Interestingly, Barcelona played in a separate league during that time, the Mediterranean League, and even had the balls to ask for it to be recognized as an official La Liga title years later.
Typical Barcelona, always trying to pull a fast one.
Always trying to rewrite history.
But seriously, the Civil War must have ripped the league apart. How the hell did they recover from that shit?
It was a slow and painful process. But after the war, a new generation of teams emerged, hungry for glory.
Okay.
Atletico Madrid, bolstered by a merger with another club, went on a tear, winning 2 back-to-back titles in 1940 and 1941. Valencia, with their young squad that had matured during the war, also rose to prominence, winning 3 titles in the 40s.
So it was like a whole new game after the war with different teams shaking things up. What about Athletic Bilbao? Did they manage to rebuild after that whole mess?
Yeah, they did. But it wasn't easy. They lost many key players during the war and had to rely on a youth movement to stay competitive. This led to the formation of their second historic squad, featuring legends like Rafael Iriondo, Telmo Zarra, and José Luis Panizo. They even managed to win a La Liga and Copa de Generalissimo double in 1943.
Damn, those Basque teams are tough as nails.
Tough.
They just don't give up, do they?
Never say die attitude.
But wait a minute, you haven't mentioned Real Madrid.
Mm.
Where the hell were they in all this post-war chaos?
They were rebuilding,
Yeah.
laying the foundation for their eventual return to dominance. And in the 1950s, their moment arrived, fueled by a controversial signing that would change the course of La Liga history.
Ah, here comes the juicy stuff. I'm guessing this involves some shady backroom deals and maybe even a little bit of political meddling.
You're not far off.
Yeah.
The arrival of Alfredo Di Stefano in 1953 was a turning point for Real Madrid. There was a massive dispute over his transfer rights with Barcelona, and Real Madrid, some say, used their political influence to secure his signature.
Hold on, political influence. Let's cut the bullshit. Was Franco pulling strings to get his favorite team a star player?
The circumstances surrounding Di Stefano's transfer are definitely murky.
Yeah.
There were accusations of backroom deals, manipulation of regulations, and even pressure from government officials.
So basically, Real Madrid played dirty to get their golden boy.
Yeah.
And I bet Barcelona was pissed off as hell.
They were furious, and understandably so. But regardless of how it happened, Di Stefano's arrival marked the beginning of a golden era for Real Madrid.
So Di Stefano was the catalyst for Real Madrid's rise to power. What made him so special? Was he really that damn good?
He was an absolute phenomenon, a complete footballer who could score goals, create chances, defend, and lead the team with incredible charisma. He's considered one of the greatest players of all time, and his impact on Real Madrid cannot be overstated.
So Real Madrid had their superstar. Did Barcelona have anyone who could rival Di Stefano's brilliance? Or were they just screwed?
They had Laszlo Kubala, a Hungarian forward known for his prolific goal scoring and flair. He was a key figure in Barcelona's success during the 1950s. In fact, the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona really heated up during this decade, with both teams battling for supremacy.
Sounds like things are getting pretty intense between those two. Do they have any epic showdowns during that era? Give us the dirt.
Oh, there were some legendary clashes. One that stands out is the 1959-60 season finale. Barcelona needed a win against Real Zaragoza, and Real Madrid lost to Atletico Madrid to clinch the title.
Wow.
And guess what? That's exactly what happened. Talk about a nail-biting finish.
Damn, that must have been a wild ride for the fans. So even with Di Stefano, Real Madrid couldn't always get their way.
Yep.
Barcelona knew how to throw a wrench in their plans.
Absolutely.
And that set the stage for an even more heated rivalry in the 1960s.
Yeah.
Even as Di Stefano began to decline, Real Madrid remained a powerhouse. They won 5 consecutive La Liga titles from 1961 to 1965, a feat that has never been repeated.
Unbelievable.
5 in a row. Fuck me, that's pure domination.
Yeah.
Was anyone even close to challenging them during that period? Or were they just steamrolling the competition?
They were incredibly strong. But their reign wasn't absolute. Atletico Madrid emerged as a serious contender during this period, pushing Real Madrid and eventually securing 4 titles in the 1960s and 70s.
So Atletico Madrid was like the thorn in Real Madrid's side, huh?
Yeah.
Always nipping at their heels.
What about other teams? Was anyone else brave enough to challenge the big boys?
Valencia had a moment of glory in 1971, winning the title under the management of, you guessed it, Alfredo Di Stefano.
Oh, wow.
He had moved on from Real Madrid and was now leading Valencia to victory. But let's be real, the 60s and 70s were largely dominated by Real Madrid and their rivalry with Atletico Madrid.
All right, folks, that's it for part 1 of our deep dive into the batshit crazy history of La Liga. We've covered the early years, the Civil War chaos, the rise of Real Madrid with their golden boy Di Stefano, and the emergence of Atletico Madrid as their main rival. And trust me, we've only just scratched the surface. There's a whole lot more drama, controversy, and legendary moments to uncover.
Damn straight. We'll be back for part 2, where we'll delve into those Basque teams kicking ass, some tactical revolutions, and of course, the never-ending battle between Real Madrid and Barcelona. Don't go anywhere, you filthy animals.
Hey, you degenerates. We're back for more La Liga madness. Last time, we left off with Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid being the big swinging dicks in the 60s and 70s. But the 80s, man, that's when shit got really interesting.
Yeah, those Basque teams decided they'd had enough of those Madrid pricks hogging the spotlight.
Yeah.
Real Sociedad, Athletic Bilbao, they came in like a couple of pissed-off bulldogs ready to bite some ankles.
Damn right. Real Sociedad, with their legendary keeper Luis Arconada, pulled off a major upset, winning back-to-back titles in 81 and 82.
Really?
Then, Athletic Bilbao, led by Andoni Zubizarreta, Donny, and a bunch of other hard-nosed bastards, did the same damn thing in 83 and 84.
No way.
They even snagged a Copa del Rey in 84 just to rub it in.
Double winners. Those Basque bastards weren't messing around. So Real Madrid's reign of terror was finally over, right?
Not quite. They had a resurgence in the mid-80s, winning 5 titles in a row from 86 to 90. Their secret weapon was this group of young, talented players they called the Quinta del Buitre, the Vultures cohort. It sounds badass, right?
Yeah.
And they played like it, too. This group included Emilio Butragueño, Michel Manolo Sanchez, Rafael Martín Vázquez, and Miguel Pardesa, all homegrown talent.
The Vultures cohort. That's some seriously metal shit. Sounds like they were ripping apart defenses left and right. But something tells me this Real Madrid dominance wasn't going to last forever.
You're right. The 90s belonged to Barcelona. And it all started with the return of a Dutch legend, Johan Cruyff.
Wait a minute, Cruyff. I thought that guy was an Ajax legend. What the hell was he doing at Barcelona?
He managed Barcelona in the late 80s and early 90s and completely revolutionized the club. He created this legendary team they called the Dream Team, which blended international superstars like Romario, Michael Laudrup, and Hristo Stoichkov with homegrown talent like Pep Guardiola.
Holy shit, that's a lineup of some seriously skilled motherfuckers. I've heard Cruyff practically invented modern football tactics. What's the deal with that?
He's widely credited with pioneering total football. It's a system where players constantly switch positions, emphasizing possession and attacking with a fluid, dynamic style. It was a game changer.
So Cruyff basically turned Barcelona into a tiki-taka machine before tiki-taka was even a thing. That's some next-level shit. Do they just crush everyone in their path?
Pretty much. They won 4 consecutive La Liga titles from 91 to 94, and in 92, they finally won their first European Cup. Cruyff's impact on Barcelona was huge. He completely changed the club's philosophy and playing style.
But Real Madrid, those bastards weren't just going to sit back and watch Barcelona steal their thunder, were they?
Of course not. They bounced back, winning La Liga in 95. And you know who else had a moment in the sun? Atletico Madrid. They secured a league and cup double in 96, proving that they weren't just Real Madrid's annoying little brother. But let's be real, Barcelona, even after Cruyff left, was still the team to beat.
So we're rolling into the 21st century, and the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona is hotter than ever. Who came out on top in the new millennium? Did those Catalan bastards maintain their dominance?
Barcelona continued their winning ways, snagging 10 La Liga titles since 2000, including 2 historic trebles. But Real Madrid wasn't slacking off either. They picked up 9 titles themselves.
So it's still a two-horse race, but other teams have managed to sneak in a win or two. Someone must have thrown a wrench in the works every now and then.
You bet. Deportivo La Coruña, under Javier Irreta, shocked the world by winning the league in 2000, and Valencia, with Rafa Benitez at the helm, had a golden period in the early 2000s, winning 2 titles and reaching 2 Champions League finals.
Damn, 2 Champions League finals?
Yeah.
Valencia was a legitimate contender back then. So let's talk about the legendary players who graced La Liga in the 21st century. We got to start with the 2 biggest names, right? Messi and Ronaldo, those fucking aliens.
No doubt about it. Lionel Messi for Barcelona and Cristiano Ronaldo for Real Madrid. They took the game to a whole new level. They were like 2 gods of football, constantly pushing each other to break records and redefine what was possible on the pitch.
Messi, with his insane dribbling skills and goal-scoring prowess, and Ronaldo with his superhuman athleticism and that thunderous right foot, it was a privilege to watch those 2 go head-to-head. It's like watching a goddamn superhero movie in real life.
Absolutely. Messi holds the record for most goals in La Liga history with an unbelievable 474 goals. Ronaldo, even though he's not playing in Spain anymore, sits in second place with 311 goals.
Those are some mind-blowing numbers. But La Liga wasn't just about Messi and Ronaldo, right? There's to be other badasses who helped make this league so damn entertaining. Who else deserves a shout-out?
There are too many to name, but we can't forget legends like Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta, Iker Casillas, Sergio Ramos, Karim Benzema. The list goes on and on. These guys, along with countless others, contributed to making La Liga the spectacle it is today.
Man, what a wild fucking ride it's been. From those early days back in the 1920s to the modern era, La Liga has seen it all. Legendary teams, iconic players, moments of pure brilliance, and enough drama to fill a telenovela.
It's a league that's constantly evolving, adapting to new tactical trends, and embracing talent from all over the world. And while the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona will always be at the heart of La Liga, we've seen other clubs rise to the challenge and make their mark on history.
And that's what makes it so damn exciting. You never know what's going to happen next in La Liga. It's like a box of chocolates filled with explosives and never know what you're going to get.
Exactly. And that's why we're all hooked. The passion, the drama, the unpredictable nature of the game, it's what keeps us coming back for more.
We've covered a lot of ground in part 2, from those Basque teams kicking ass in the 80s to the Cruyff revolution at Barcelona, the Messi-Ronaldo era, and those underdog moments from Deportivo La Coruña and Valencia. But the story of La Liga is far from over.
Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll dive into the last decade, dissect the current state of the league, and try to predict what the future holds for Spanish football. It's going to be a wild ride, so buckle up, you degenerates.
All right, you degenerates, we're back for the final round of our La Liga beatdown.
The final round.
We've journeyed through the glorious and
fucked up
history of this league, and now we're landing right in the thick of it. The 2010s and beyond.
Yeah.
Last we left off, Barcelona was riding high, but things were about to get shaken up, weren't they?
Oh, hell yeah. The 2010s saw Real Madrid come back with a vengeance, led by that tactical mastermind, Jose Mourinho.
Oh, yeah.
They were a force to be reckoned with. But then something truly unexpected happened. Atletico Madrid, under the iron fist of Diego Simeone, broke the Barcelona-Real Madrid stranglehold on the league in 2014, winning their 10th La Liga title.
Simeone, that guy's a
beast.
A fucking warrior.
A beast.
He transformed Atletico Madrid from Real Madrid's annoying little brother into a genuine contender. It was a breath of fresh air for the league, wasn't it? Proof that even those giants could bleed.
Absolutely. It showed that even in an era dominated by two mega clubs, a team with the right manager and a never-say-die attitude could shake things up.
Yeah.
But of course, Barcelona wasn't going to take this lying down. They came roaring back with their MSN trio.
Yeah.
Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. Those three were like a goddamn cheat code.
MSN, right.
Tearing defenses apart and scoring goals for fun.
MSN, those bastards, were unstoppable. Another treble, a shitload of goals, and a style of play that was pure magic. It felt like they were playing on a different level, like they were toying with everyone.
They were close to invincible. But Real Madrid, under Zidane, managed to snatch the title back in 2017. Then Barcelona came back the following year. And so the back and forth continued.
Right.
The 2010s were a roller coaster ride for both clubs, filled with unbelievable highs and crushing lows.
What we're seeing is that no matter what, Real Madrid and Barcelona are always going to be at each other's throats, right? Like a couple of rabid dogs fighting over a bone. But what about the other teams?
Yeah.
In the 2020s, has anything changed? Are there any new contenders stepping up, or is it still the same old story?
Well, Atletico Madrid pulled off another miracle in 2021, winning their 11th La Liga title under Simeone.
No kidding.
They're proof that even in the league dominated by giants, a team with grit, determination, and a brilliant manager can defy the odds.
Simeone's Atletico, they're like those cockroaches that survive a nuclear apocalypse. You just can't kill them off.
That's a good analogy.
But let's be real, they're still the exception. Real Madrid and Barcelona have so much money and power, it's hard to see anyone consistently challenging them in the long run.
True. The financial gap between those two and the rest of the league is huge. But we are seeing some promising developments. Clubs like Real Sociedad, Sevilla, and Villarreal are consistently performing well in European competitions, showing they can compete at a high level.
So maybe, just maybe, there's hope for a more competitive La Liga in the future. One where it's not just a two-horse race every damn season. I'd love to see some more chaos, some more upsets, some more unpredictability. It would make things a hell of a lot more interesting.
That's what keeps us fans on the edge of our seats, right?
Yeah.
That sense that anything can happen. And while Real Madrid and Barcelona will likely remain the favorites for years to come, there's always room for surprises in football. That's the beauty of the game.
Damn right. So, as we wrap up this wild-ass journey through La Liga history, what's the biggest takeaway for you? What makes this league so goddamn special, besides all the drama and bullshit?
For me, it's the combination of history, passion, and innovation. La Liga has a rich and storied past, full of iconic players, unforgettable moments, and fierce rivalries. But it's also a league that's constantly evolving, embracing new tactical approaches, and showcasing some of the most talented players in the world. And let's not forget the fans, man. Their passion, their intensity, their unwavering loyalty. That's what makes La Liga truly special.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
La Liga is more than just a football league. It's a reflection of Spanish culture, a source of national pride, and a goddamn spectacle that you can't tear your eyes away from. So to all you degenerates out there, if you haven't already, check out La Liga.
Cut out.
You won't regret it. And that's it for our deep dive into La Liga. Thanks for joining us, you beautiful bastards.